Hello, and welcome back to the Expanse, a Telltale game. So, yeah, we were left to die on a space station by our crew so they could take the biological weapon, the super powerful biological weapon, and sell it without us because we wanted to destroy it. If you haven't been watching or you haven't seen the previous episodes, there's a lot of stories, so I recommend you do that. We're gonna get right back in, boarding our old ship, fighting our old crew, many of which think we're dead. Pretending to work for the pirates that were trying to kill us. Oh my goodness. It's the end. Wait a minute. Or V. Rayan. Drummer takes on the pirates in Ireland in a final gambit to recover the MK Core and Saber crew. Does that mean I'm playing as Tor? No. I mean, that's Tor, isn't it? I guess we'll see. Weird. They wouldn't change who I was playing. We're gonna be drummer. We're just with Tor. Yeah.
Lead.
Yeah, because Arlen was the other guy, so it's Tor versus Arlen. Like, clearly, I'd rather side with Con and Virgil, right? My crew. But the ship's disabled and the pirates are right there.
Must be down there.
Drummer?
This one is scared. He's shaking like a baby coyote. You do it.
He's not worth it. Just lock him in the breach pod.
No. We always kill the first one. Fair warning to the rest. Use your night boots. Crush his skull and be done with it.
Oh my god. He's the guy who stopped me from dying earlier. But he didn't stop me from being abandoned there, so I, probably would die. Ah, and then the pirates saved me. Oh, there's so much.
No, please. Drummer, don't. I saved you from Arlen. I never wanted Maya to die.
Well, I'm not gonna die if I fight back, right? Oh my god. But if I don't kill him, he's gonna help Arlen again. Probably. Claim he has no choice. But if I don't fight back, what are the other crew gonna think? Technically, I'm only alive because of him, but technically I'm also only alive because of him. You know what? I'm gonna go with fight back and see what happens. It's a terrible idea. Look at him scampering now. Bye, Tor.
Drummer, I need help.
I'll say. Oh, you mean right now? Yes. So you gonna remember this when I'm trying to take the ship back from Arlen? Wait, were we always in zero gravity? I mean, I like that there's no artificial gravity, because that's realistic based on, you know, how
Virgil!
weird the concept is.
Virgil, open the door!
Captain, you're alive?
I hooked him up to the other dock. He seems stable, but he needs attention.
We should check his vitals then.
What's wrong?
They're gonna take me away. The pirates, they'll turn me over to the UNN or the OPA. Once they take the ship, they'll...
If they take the ship, we can fight them off, but we need... the OPA. Why would they want you?
Whoa.
There's a portion of my military history that I failed to disclose before. An operation that I took part in. The OPA has a standing kill order for any soldier that was present on...
Anderson Station.
I understand your anger.
Do you?
Yes. Not gonna make
You
it
were
go
at
away.
Anderson fucking Station! You were a soldier in the greatest massacre in the history of the belt, and you hid it from me! Gah! Give me one reason I shouldn't leave you here to fend for yourself!
You should. You need to help the rest of your crew, and I'm no use to you like this. Leave me.
I don't have time for this. But I don't think I can make it through this without you either.
Yeah, I mean, he can't go anywhere else.
All that matters is getting through this attack. And I need my medic for that. If you had a patient who was panicking, what would you do to help them?
I'd recommend some deep breaths. Maybe brew some tea. But deep breaths to start, I suppose.
What else?
I'd speak softly, use a non-judgmental tone, and try to project an attitude of safety and security.
Virgil, the situation is bad. But look at everything you went through to escape the UNN. Look at what we've survived already. And we're going to get through this. I'm going to help you. And then you're going to help me.
Yes, Captain.
Okay. What would you do next?
Well, first, I'd assess the patient's fears, try to get to the heart of what's keeping them in an agitated state.
Well, his fake identity's already been found out by me.
You're afraid of the UNN, and what will happen if they found you?
I suppose, though there are worse things than a UNN prison.
What next?
Framing the situation, Often it helps to introduce favorable outcomes, to concretize obtainable
So
constructive
think
course-
positively.
In short, yes.
Once we're through this, I will take you somewhere safe. Somewhere the OPA or the UNN won't be able to touch you.
No touchy.
It's a kind thought, Captain. But I'm afraid such a place doesn't exist. Captain, thank you for your insights. I should...
He's still panicked, isn't he? I only got 1 out of 3 right, didn't I?
I should help you regroup with the rest of the crew. Just as soon as I catch my breath.
You're doing great, Virgil. Just stay here.
Yes. Yes, of course. I just need a little time.
Dang it. He's not coming out of there. Well, looks like it's just me. And Khan, maybe?
Khan? Are you okay? Looks like she handled it.
Is that Tor?
Took you long enough.
I blew my cover. They're sending another boarding party.
Almost here.
You're hurt.
I'm ecstatic. You sent more pirates to kill. Drummer. Shouldn't have.
They'll send more this time. We need a plan.
There's no time. Aim and shoot. You need a better plan than that?
I would
Now
pref-
pipe down and let me enjoy this.
I would prefer a better plan.
Yeehaw, cockfucker!
Oh no. ASD. Oh no.
Let me see.
There's no point. I just wanted to take the rest of them with me before...
Virgil can help, maybe. As far as you know.
Come on. We need to get you to Virgil.
Good flying with you, Captain.
Well, you didn't sound like you enjoyed it, but thank you.
I'm going to kill a lot more pirates for you before this is over. I promise.
God.
Coming for you. Arlen is in the cargo bay with the MK Corps.
There's a bunch of logs. Can I read them before the game ends? Nope. All right. I think I've collected a bunch of these. No? Can't go to my office? I mean, my former office?
Firing at the Artemis was risky, but I knew the crew could handle it. They didn't let me down.
Oh, you can just put tab and it goes there. Wow, that's a bunch of things now. The Artemis has infrequent communications with a number of stations in the belt. I'd expect a scavenge vessel to have more contacts, but either the belt has been emptied of scrap to salvage, or our former captain wasn't great at following up on leads. The unanswered Luna contacts may be for Virgil, who moved to the belt from Luna. Arlen and Rand don't appear to contact anyone. Maybe they have a bounty of their own to worry about. Maya apparently hasn't been in touch with her family since she came on board. Well, now I hope they kind of don't care. So the ship itself, registered Khan, not Cox, is the owner of the Artemis. No wonder the records are spotty. Khan loves flying, but she doesn't seem like she has the patience for paperwork. Khan's relationship with Cox makes a lot more sense now. Cox never put up with anyone's disrespect, but it's always gave Khan a wide berth. Their arrangement gave him a solid ship and a talented pilot. Khan got someone to handle all the boring logistics and let her do what she does best. Fly. And swear at people. Water storage, 5% reserves. My god. Rand's leg cost us a lot of supplies, but the lack of water is concerning. We need a plan to restock and soon. The water... Okay, we already know this. Artemis is still holding together. I managed to shoot through the nose cone without hitting anything explosive. Still, she won't be flying anytime soon. The death records. The station's population started out strong, but heavy casualties began occurring after a few years. With no new influxes of settlers and a dwindling population, the group must have known their community was doomed long before the last one died out. No one has an easy existence in the belt, but these people don't even have the hope that their future generations would build a better life for themselves. It seems to have caused some sort of station-wide mental breakdown. Yes. Yes, the emergency aid. Well, we listened to that already. No help at all. The inhabitants of the station were talented engineers. When they gave up on mining minerals and turned their attention to creating coffins, they did a strangely beautiful job solving the issue of long-term body storage. These corpses should stick around until, well, hopefully until they get their wish. Yeah. Station head Logan Dalton seems to have reinvented himself from an engineer to a religious figurehead. It's hard to tell if he's solely responsible for the changes that took place here, or if he was just part of the gradual shift from a mining station to... I don't know what to call it. Regardless, the growing deaths in his community must have driven him to desperation. Ah. Oh. Well, looks like they mined most of the stuff. And I've caught up on the logs. Alright, good stuff.
Even if I do survive the pirates and Arlen, I'll need to find a way off this ship before it falls apart.
Virgil, get out here and get a gun. You were a freaking Marine.
Arlen's reign as captain seems to be going just as well as expected.
Notice from Captain Arlen Morozov. Since you Pashwangwalas can't seem to remember the new rules, here they are in black and white, yeah? Rule 1, bring all weapons and valuables for collection to the cargo bay. If not, you will be spaced. I'm Desheng. Rule 2, all doors must be kept unlocked for routine inspections. Inspections can happen whenever me or Baratna says. I'm sleeping or I'm getting dressed is not an excuse, Kea? Rule 3, you must refer to me as Captain. Boss Mang is also Se Bueno. Call me anything else and get put in the brig. Same with saying Captain and then whispering another word under your breath when you think I can't hear it. Nice.
The attack must have come during dinner. Thankfully, people made it to their stations in time.
Oh, yeah, so there's artificial gravity, but then it got damaged. Yeah, because they were all sitting around and using gravity earlier. It looks like she's walking with gravity. It doesn't look like her feet are sticking to the floor.
First Khan, next Arlen.
So you just kind of feed people into that? I guess it would be distasteful to put a couple of googly eyes on it.
The autodoc will do its job, but I'd feel better if Virgil was able to help.
Can I go hassle Virgil some more?
Virgil will be alright, eventually.
Once the danger's over. Aww.
Arlen's going to pay for what he did to Maya. Arlen's going to pay for...
My heart is yours. We will meet again.
We really had something, turns out. I'm taking this.
Kept me alive so far.
If you don't have body armor, put it over center of mass. I've seen movies. Just put it sort of in your middle where somebody might shoot you.
Arlen is trying to save his own skin. Not if I can help it.
Captain Zapata, I have what you want. You've shot my ship to Falota. There's no reason we can't come to an arrangement. I'm coming to meet you. Take the Artemis if you want it. The crew are expendable. Just don't shoot when I leave the airlock. Ping him at him, Captain Arlen. Ugh. Hate that guy. Alright. I think that's all the investigating we can do. One last bit of sadness from that song. Okay. I'm like, how do I? Okay. We're so cute in this. It's kind of our own, our most redeeming feature. I mean, it's not our only redeeming feature, but the other ones are kind of in a gray area. Definitely cute, though. That one's pretty straightforward. So was Maya. Oh. And her other redeeming qualities were slightly less gray than mine were. That's for sure. I know I just implied that we should be a better person, but you might want to just shoot him in the back. Uh-oh.
Came to shoot me in the back? Eh, drama?
Yeah, gun's not working now.
It's better than a Pashangwala like you deserves.
Still thinking you're better than me. That's your problem. That's why you lose. You turn your back on me and Baratna. Just like you turn your back on Dawes and the OPA.
You think you're Beltalowda, Arlen? No, you're just another murderous thug.
Shut up.
That's why the OPA rejected you. They saw you for the crazy Owala you are.
Enough.
Oh no! Must quick time. For vengeance. Yeah. Ah, we learned that move from Maya at the beginning of the game. Sweet. Very appropriate. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh.
She was more of a belter than you'll ever be. She didn't have to die. Why? Why? Why?
Oh, hi. Hi. Well, this is awkward.
Trouble with your crew, Captain?
I have the MK core. Put a bullet in this bitch's head and we can split the profit.
I wonder, Kamina Drummer. Do you believe in grace?
Who's Grace?
I do. is what sustained me in that wretched cave the Indians locked me in. It's what binds me and my crew together as family. And this one, at this moment, gives me pause from killing you. When a weaker, pettier person will savor the opportunity. But grace must be earned. Convince me your life matters, and I will let you live.
Well, it worked last time.
My crew member, Maya. She sacrificed her life for mine. Every day I live is about honoring that sacrifice.
Huh?
Because you loved her?
Because I owe her.
Don't you see how we're meant to be together? Kindred spirits. Two bodies in the same orbit. Finally we meet and you want to squander it all? How much time have you wasted serving inadequate men? Or trying to fight every battle by yourself? Circumstances set us against each other. But we are not victim to circumstance. Even now, after all the blood between us, we can seize this chance to build a new future together. You could have your own ship in my fleet. Name it after Maya. Use it to fight the MCRN and help defectors to the belt. Our buyer will make us wealthy enough that we can build our own system if we want, and make sure we are always protected.
You mean the buyer for the
Who is your
biological
buyer?
weapon?
It's a private company.
There are no private companies in the belt. Is it Checkman? Royal Charter?
It doesn't matter. One rich J-Meng or another. They're all the same. What matters is what we do with it.
Ooh. Well, both of these are the same. Both not going to get on our good side, that's for darn sure. I mean, insane if you're like, there's being a sociopath and then there's just not having a good imagination for the consequences of your actions. Thinking that they're not going to come back to affect you. That's something that a lot of sane people do. So I'm going to go with this one.
You want to give this weapon back to the Inners? You're a traitor.
And you're a fool with no vision. Pity.
Captain Drummer. Drummer, this is Julie Mao. You've held up your end of the bargain, and now I've held up mine. All the pirates on board the Europa Spain are dead.
No.
Yeah, look, this is an open broadcast, so I don't know if you're hearing me or who else is. But your crew is on board, and I have the Artemis on target lock. If I don't receive a response from you soon, I will assume the ship has gone hostile and blow it to shit. Good luck.
So,
I'd offer you everything.
yeah, not quite everything. Yeah, the second one.
You have nothing to offer me. I fight for the belt.
That was pretty risky. Whoa.
Ready torpedoes!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh! That was a tap. I haven't had one of those before. Hey, look, it's your ship.
Fire!
Wait, what about Virgil and Rayan? I guess she said your crew is on board. So she meant Virgil and Rayan were on board?
Captain Drummer.
Yeah.
Captain, are you there?
I guess I was
I'm
just
here.
skeptical of what she meant by that.
I'm on the hull.
She's alive!
Like, how'd she do that?
Stay right there. I'll be out to assist you. You're safe now, Captain. We're all safe.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter how she did it. She did it. I had slightly less faith than the drummer did. Bye, Artemis. Well, we got a pretty nice ship. Oh, wait, it's a stolen UNN, cruiser. I guess we don't actually have a ship. Ceres vicinity, 3 weeks later.
Nearing Ceres Station, Captain. Are you sure we're cleared for approach?
We're clear. Dawes controls the docks, and he's decided to lift the bounty on me and play nice. For now, at least.
Hey.
Captain Drummer. Drummer. We're almost there. Which means it's almost too late.
I know.
Did you at least listen to the message?
No need. I know my answer.
Look, I'm heading to Ceres because that's where my contacts are. And it's where a girl with some basic wrenching skills can do a little good. What's there for you anymore?
Same as you. It's where I'm needed.
I know fuck all about the belt. But I do know the difference between a foot soldier and a leader. Just hear him out. You never know, right?
Oh.
Drummer, this is Fred Johnson. I believe the last time we met, you were holding a gun to my head. But what's past is past. I think you'd agree. I understand you are returning to Ceres. I am calling to offer you an alternative. I do not claim to speak for the belt. Any person who would do so is as foolish as they are dangerous. The belt is a fractious, toilsome tinderbox, a graveyard of ideals and ambition. It is also, I believe, the last great hope for humankind. The Inners have forgotten how to build. Their focus is on killing each other and controlling Belters. I know this firsthand. But Belters are builders. We forge new worlds out of rock and metal. It doesn't matter where we came from or the demons in our past. It only matters what we can contribute right now. I know that you have suffered and lost, and that through it all, you never forgot what you were fighting for. That is why I need you here on Tycho as my partner for a new OPA. Come speak with me. See what I am building. You have much to contribute, drummer. Don't let it be wasted.
Damn it.
Damn it, it's a good offer.
Change coordinates. We're making a stop at Tycho Station.
Of course, Captain. May I ask, what is on Tycho?
No, shut up. Sorry, I'm a bit stressed.
Let's find out.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good game. I don't know if I'm going to watch the series. Necessarily. I mean, based on that game, I'm not going to, but I did hear a lot of really good reviews. Let me know if you want me to do any other Telltale games. They only take a few days to do. And if I hadn't had trouble getting the whole thing loaded the first day, I probably could have done this in 2 days. Because yeah, we have a whole hour left in my usual stream time. But I probably don't have enough time to do any more streaming. This one, none of the characters were super likable. Like, they were all in difficult situations though, right? Like it was... The quality of their character was how they were dealing with their difficult situation, which gave us, as drummer, a strength of character. Right, we were dealing well with that situation that we didn't choose. We were just kind of thrust into a kind of a war between where we lived and the inner worlds that had the money that wanted to, you know, use us and such. So yeah, we'll be back to Starfield after this. I like Telltale games. You know, I'm glad they're still making stuff, story-based content. It kind of made me want to play the Walking Dead Telltale again. But at the same time, it made me not want to play it again because that one had a lot of bad choices you had to make and a lot of people dying all the time. Because, you know, Walking Dead. That only happened a couple of times in this entire series. But it was like, it happened multiple times an episode, it seemed, sometimes in The Walking Dead. And I'm like, yeah, that was more intense. And then I was like, yeah, but that was more intense. Do I really want to do that to myself again? I don't know. I watched all of the Walking Dead show, and I'm watching Walking Dead Dead City. And that's really good so far, if you like Walking Dead. But yeah. Good game. Well done. 10 out of 10. This is a cool space story. And, that is all the time we have for today. Don't forget to follow if you haven't already. Share on the social media if you can. I will see you again, but for now, to O1 Ella, 8 Hudes, Oriana, Alicidra, Donk 7, Feels Good Man Long Usernames, Girl Gamer Cute 2, Hindered Spirit, Sukoxy, and V-Mike. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Jeffrey Nopants, and I will see you next time in space.